realized that they were not Nigerian scammers.
Right.
We had a radio show in South Africa. Clark Grant and I were being broadcast an hour every Friday morning at 7 a.m. in Zululand for like 3 months. And that really helped develop the relationship further, and then we became friends with all these people in South Africa on Facebook. And then when it got close to them coming out, I started going like, we have to document this. You can't have like a Zulu prince and his two other friends coming to Butte, America for a summer and not have a camera on it. So we eventually were found by Interesting Human Media out of Los Angeles.
Wow.
Joseph Litzinger is the producer, and he has a show called Life Below Zero. So he has a show on Nat Geo called Life Below Zero, which is this Emmy Award-winning reality TV show about people who are living above the Arctic Circle.
Oh, right.
But he started Interesting Human Media because he wanted to sort of move away from reality TV genre and just do straight documentaries about interesting people. And so we're his second project. So we found the guys who said they were willing to come out and shoot. They were still shooting their first film as well as running their show, and the film that they were shooting, it's all self-funded, which is kind of unheard of in Los Angeles. They didn't get some venture capitalist to throw down some money, or he just cashed his check and then he started, paying the camera guy came out. The camera guy is a camera guy for Life Below Zero and an editor for Life Below Zero, but these two have been working on the films independently, so they haven't been getting paid. They're just doing it on spec. Wow. They're like, this is an interesting project, and because this had a deadline, they were showing up in May of 2017, and they were still in production on their other film. They decided to take it anyway, so these guys were stretched between making 2 movies and a day job and not getting paid for the 2 movies. So it really kind of is a passion project where people came in and pitched in, and then they came and we started filming, and I was sort of the soccer mom for the Zulus, so like I was the point of contact between Zululand and Butte, America, so I sort of was the filter through helping set up a schedule and get these guys to the park for this person, or go to this thing, or meet this person who knows things that they wanted to know, and so I sort of just, that was my job for the whole summer of 2017, was just trying to get these guys the experience that they came for. And so the movie is about that. It's about the relationship, them coming over, but I think Butte itself is the main star of the movie. That's what seems to be, from the premiere in Santa Barbara, that was the takeaway, is that people are like, what the fuck is this town? That this happened.
Right.
It's in a red state. That's not supposed to happen in a red state. They're black people. We didn't hear about racial things. Well, how come nobody's talking about race? And it's just like, it wasn't an issue. Race wasn't an issue. I tell people all the time, they're like, well, what do they think about the Zulus? And like, they just ask them the same question they ask everybody. What do you think about Butte?
Right.
They just want to know what you think about their town.
Right.
They don't care what color you are, what planet you come from. They just want to know if you're having a good time and if you like their town.
We are Butte-centric.
Very much so. And it comes across. I mean, it just comes across as like a very, sort of like, for people who don't know the place, in contrast to the national narrative of division and racism and we all hate each other, like, people are like, this is happening? This is a place where people are open to this experience, and it's a small town. It kind of blew people's minds. That's why I really think, aside from the Zulus and myself and all the other things that are featured in the film, Butte is really the main star. It really shines in this movie. One lady told me afterwards, she said, she doesn't know it yet, but Butte's going to save the world. Some other lady told me she was going to move to England because she thought we were becoming too divided. And after the movie single-handedly renewed her faith in America. These are pretty hyperbolic reviews from not actual reviewers, but people who just went to the movie. But I think I'm curious to see what this town is going to think of it.